Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Driven Wyld. Today we are talking about, was she trying to steal it? UberEats driver asked to deliver iPhone they bought, shady deal. So Uber Eats, Doordash, and Grubhub drivers are no stranger to the occasional shady deal done by certain customers to try to game the system or try to pull some shady things for the sake of trying to pull some shady things. And this time they got caught on the subject. So with that said, I want to go over everything that's being said in this article, how it actually is for Doordash, UberEats, and Grubhub drivers specifically, and everything in between. So with that said, let's get started. Uber can be used for a variety of transport needs. Want to call a cab? The app connects you to independent contractors with their own vehicles who could take you to and from a location. Want food delivered to you? The app covers that as well. Another feature you may or may not know is that Uber offers is same-day package delivery, which could be useful in a variety of scenarios. So that's referring to Uber Connect, where people can pick up packages from either customers to other customers, or sometimes even pick up a package from the merchants and bring them to other merchants, and sometimes even return packages from the customer to a shipping facility such as UPS, FedEx, or anything of that sort. Let's say you made it home after a night partying with your friends, only to realize that you left your phone at their place. If getting up and grabbing a car to go get it yourself is out of the question, or they can't bring it to you, could use Uber to perform a one-way trip to bring your phone to you. Or sometimes folks will use the service simply to deliver purchase that they've made directly to their place, which is what happened with an order that delivery driver and TikToker BikingDC was asked to make of an iPhone that they thought seemed a bit shady. I'm gonna leave his TikTok as well as his profile in the description so you can develop your own opinions on the subject. Also, quick note, BikingDC is actually one of my favorite biking gig tubers. So if you want to follow him, his content is actually really good. The TikToker documented the experience on their bicycle, which starts with a text overlay that reads, delivering an iPhone to a suspicious customer. Actually, with the way that this is done, iPhone deliveries from the Apple Store are literally just that. They're Apple Store deliveries. You'll get that through the main system, so not exactly what we're talking about in this article. His clip begins with him walking into what looks like the lobby of a swanky building where a man greets him holding a mobile POS system. That's how all Apple stores are, though. They're gonna notice that you're here, they're gonna mark the clothes that you're wearing, and then somebody's gonna come out with the order eventually. Sometimes they'll ask you to stand outside the store, but they'll always bring it out to you.
Are you doing a pickup order? Yeah, for Uber.
BikingDC scans the bag, which contains an iPhone from a woman who holds it up for him. She thanks him in sign language as he walks outside to his bicycle, which he speedily rides to his destination. And this is why I think that a lot of biking gig tubers do really well for some reason. Something about the way that the overall experience of watching him do it is just so mesmerizing. And it's not like you have to have a bunch of deliveries for enough footage. You could just do it in shorts and gain the reach that way. So if you're ever considering becoming a gig tuber, that's a good place to start. The TikToker arrives at his destination, a hotel, and locks his bike up before heading inside to call up the recipient of the package. He calls 1, 2, 3, 4 times and still doesn't receive any type of response. Imagine getting ghosted by a customer who is ordering such an expensive item. How much is an iPhone now, spending over $1,000, something like that, to ghost the driver delivering it to you? That makes less than no sense. Hoping the delivery guy would be annoyed at waiting and just put it at the door, then grab it and say they never got it. Oh my god, imagine if that was the case. Like, if that's actually why customers ghost their drivers, that would be the most frustrating thing. I couldn't even. Prob going to say it didn't show up. That's a great way for a lot of account violations on Uber or contract violations on DoorDash actually take place. Not content to mark the order as undeliverable, he decides to go above and beyond and hop into the elevator to see if he could reach the unit that the delivery was made in an attempt to knock on the person's door so he could fulfill the delivery. Because at that point, what's going to happen is that he's going to be forced to make a return trip, and the account itself is going to get an account violation for not completing the order. Meanwhile, the customer was literally trying to scam the system, and Uber is allowing for that. Like, what kind of dumbass logic is that? Uber really needs to fix their account violation system.
People make delivery so difficult. I really shouldn't even be up here right now.
He says as he walks through the hallway of the building until he arrives to the hotel room. Yeah, some hotels actually don't let you go all the way up. You kind of have to sneak in and hope to God that you can actually deliver the order. And if this is one of those elevators that need a key card to go place to place, he is screwed. BikingDC knocks on the door several times until he hears someone from behind the door. Jessica? He calls out, but no one opens the door. Why are you trying so hard to ghost the driver? What the hell is wrong with people that they can't just pick up the phone or answer a door? So what's the scam, Lamau? They pretended not to hear to later claim the phone got stolen so they could get a refund on top of the new phone, or possibly a second phone. And then this poor guy would end up out of a gig and she would get 2 phones. Are you out of your freaking mind? How about instead of trying to scam the system, you actually get your ass to work and get the money to actually get a new phone? Oh, is that too hard for your pea-brain mind to actually comprehend? I thought so. Seriously, people who pull these type of scams, I am so sick of them. This must have sounded off alarm bells in his head. He decides to leave the apartment building with the pricey item.
This person thinks I'm gonna leave an iPhone just outside of a hotel door?
Yeah, I think with iPhones and all of these techie products specifically, they are very particular making sure that they're not the ones getting scammed at the end of the day. Because imagine spending thousands of dollars to make the freaking tech work, and then some douche waffle decides, hey, let's scam them so I could get free stuff. Downstairs in the lobby, he decided to talk to the hotel receptionist to see if he got the right room number for the order. And the hotel worker decides to call up into the room to see if they can get a hold of Jessica in a last-ditch attempt to contact the recipient. Honestly, you're going very, very far above and beyond for this, because honestly, I would just be out. I don't even care. I have lost all patience for scamming customers. I would rather return the delivery, receive the return delivery pay, even though it's so minuscule on Uber Eats, than ever allow a customer to scam me. I'm so tired of it. But they don't answer the room number, and they try to see if they have a phone number for the guest, but they say they don't, which BikingDC remarks very suspicious. You see, this is why I get annoyed with hotels too. Like, isn't this information you need to have in order to actually make a reservation? And yet you don't have that information? What kind of dumb logic is that? I've seen this done multiple times by people using a stolen card so they don't want to be seen by anyone directly involved with the delivery or the purchase. Oh, so somebody might have stole the card in which they bought the item. So in that case, they just want the plausible deniability on the subject. Ooh, I never even thought about that. What if they're identity thieves?
Alright, well, that's unfortunate. Bring it back to the business, return this order. Oh my, what a waste of time.
And that is exactly why I don't even go above and beyond either. He could have had it returned by the time he went all out like that, no problem. Now he had to have wasted more time going all the way back after doing all of that just to get the return pay and all of the pay that corresponds with this delivery.
Bad news. It never came down, so I gotta return this thing.
Yeah, a lot of the people that I end up doing returns for end up getting really confused on why their items end up coming back. iPhone's not the same thing, but some restaurants end up like that, though.
I think I get paid for the trip, but, you know, it's still a hassle going back and forth.
No, you get paid for the trip and the return. So you're right, you do get paid, but it is still a hassle. BikingDC processes the return and tells the man that the iPhone is still in the bag, which the man inspects before he leaves, hops on his bike, and he hits the streets of DC again on his bike. Several commenters seem to agree with BikingDC's assessment that the order was a scam, with numerous folks stating the recipient probably hoped that he would leave the phone at the door in hopes of just completing the order. Nope, he's gonna get paid more to return it than to just leave it at the door. They would then claim that they never received the phone and try to put the blame on Uber delivery for not handling the package properly, while still keeping the phone and getting a refund or paying out of pocket for another and securing themselves 2 iPhones for the price of one. Deal. And that would end up costing the driver his gig, Uber a lot of money, Apple a lot of money, all because scamming people want to scam. That's why you never let the customer dictate the terms of the delivery. Let Uber decide whether or not you need to leave it there or return it to the store. Because you'd rather get paid more on the return than risk the idea of a customer trying to scam you. This is my opinion. It's worth what you pay for it. None of you pay me. There you go. I think he handled it very well. I think he shouldn't have gone above and beyond, to be honest, but everybody has the right to their own opinion. Customers like this just suck. Customers like this are not worth helping. If you run into a customer like this, you are free to just dip and return it. In this case, it's an Apple order. You have no choice. If it was a food order, you kind of have to just leave it at the door, leave it alone, but then that customer ends up on your no-go list. Working with customers like that is irresponsible. But one thing that I did notice was the point that identity theft could be the reason. That the customer doesn't want to be seen by anybody involving the delivery of the purchase because they stole somebody else's car and they're having it delivered to them. I think I might have experienced this with a food delivery order. And quite honestly, it is so frustrating that that happens so normally. All in all, just do yourself a favor. Never let any customer, and I mean any customer, try to pull some scammy crap on you because they don't deserve their items either way. And who knows, maybe they are trying to scam somebody else and they shouldn't be ordering with other people's cards to begin with. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. As always, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.